Hi Pisces, welcome to your love reading for September 2016. This month I'm working with 2 decks again, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use this one for some additional confirmation, so we will get back to that in a minute. But first, let's get 9 cards for you. This is the love reading for Pisces for September 2016. And your first card is the Knight of Coins, the King of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, excuse me, the Moon, the Nine of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Your final card will be this one here, and it is the Seven of Coins at the bottom of the deck, and this will be kind of the main energy you have to work with for your love life for September. It is the Knight of Wands. So I feel like in the month of September you want action, you want to see things happen. The Knight of Wands, all the Knights represent change and movement, and you do have another Knight over here. It just means that you're roaring to go with the Knight of Wands. It means that you want to move out of a negative situation or energy, and you want to move on to something much more positive. But you're also kind of all fired up, and you want to see action. You want to see changes in your love life. Okay, but let's take it one card at a time. You do have the Knight of Coins. So I feel like, here, this really ties in with the other Knight, because it's like you want to see something happen. You want to see something change, especially if you're going through something really difficult in a relationship. But the Knight of Coins, especially being your first card, this is telling you, like, give it time. You're going to make progress in your love life. You're going to make progress in your relationships. But only if you let things kind of develop naturally. No pushing, no shoving, no ultimatum. These are just things that I'm getting. This is a card of progress, but very kind of, slow progress. So slow that you may feel like you're not really moving at all when it comes to your love life. You're not seeing any change. But this card does mean that you are making progress on some level, whether you're married or single. For those who are single, this card also represents like new people and new experiences. So I feel there was another card in here that got my attention. Well, the Two of Cups. I feel like you will not be bored. For those who are completely single, you will not be bored in the month of September. I feel like there will be more than one person who comes into your life where, you feel a connection and you see possibilities. Okay, so the next card is the King of Wands. Again, ties in with the main energy. The King of Wands, if it's not a fire sign, male or female, this is you kind of, ready to, see results in your love life. But remember that the first card is telling you no pushing, no shoving, no ultimatums. This is you kind of, you're not willing to kind of just sit and just kind of watch things happen naturally, which is exactly what the other card said. Here, you want to see results. You want to see action. You want to see things happen in your love life. Maybe you want that proposal. Maybe you propose to your partner. This means that you take the lead. You're not kind of waiting around for love to just come into your life naturally. Maybe you're asking people out, or you're kind of bringing, issues to the surface with your partner. This just means that you're very much in control, and you're very much geared towards action and kind of making things happen with this when this card comes up. And then you have the Two of Cups. So I feel like, some of you, like, you already have your special person. This is a soulmate card. And for those who are single, I feel like, again, seeing it next to the King of Wands, it's like you're not going to sit by and just kind of see, if destiny, works in your favor and brings you your romantic partner. I feel like you will be doing everything you can to look for the special person. But this card does represent, I feel like, those who are coupled, that you have a very strong bond with your partner. And that is why you're kind of refusing to give up on the person, to give up on the connection, because this card does represent not only just love, not just love like the Ace of Cups, but it represents there's a strong bond between you. Very strong bond that kind of ties you together, whether it's marriage, or just the fact that, you feel like you are one. That's kind of the energy that I get with this card. Okay, so down here, you have the Nine of Cups. For those who are single, I feel like this is the card you want to see, because this represents your wishes being granted. So those who are completely single, I feel like, this energy from the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands is really kind of, paying off for you. You're attracting someone special into your life. The Nine of Cups represents your wishes being granted. So if your wish is to have someone special in your life in the month of September, it's like the door is wide open for you. I'm not saying because this card is here that the person's going to magically appear, but it means that there's a possibility of your wishes being granted. I'm even getting that this card could represent someone that you have your eye on, someone that you're already attracted to, that you wish you could be in a relationship with. There's a possibility of that happening. But, it is lined up with the Knight of Coins, which means like no pushing and shoving. But, it could still happen for you. For those who are already in a relationship, obviously, this represents happiness. The Nine of Cups not only represents wishes being granted, and yes, your wish may be that your relationship works out, your marriage, but it represents just being, so emotionally content that you're almost kind of smug. You have everything that you desire, everything that you want. You could not ask for more. So, even though there's some, there's only a couple of challenging cards like right here. This has been probably the most positive reading I've done so far. I feel like those who, are in a relationship or single in some way, like one of your fondest dreams or wishes is granted. Now, I feel like there could be some confusion. You do have the Moon here. And the Moon, sometimes it represents things that are, hidden from you, where you don't really kind of like understand what's going on behind the scenes. The Moon represents fears as well. You don't have the Nine of Swords here. You do have the Nine of Wands right next to it. Let's just bring it up here so you can see it. So the Nine of Wands, this represents you being like really protective of yourself. Putting up walls, all your defenses, because you don't want to be hurt again. So I feel like, there's something that you're not seeing here, because this is, lined up here with the Nine of Cups. I feel like no one is out to hurt you in the month of September. And like I said, this is probably the most positive reading that I've done of all the signs. I feel like, you're worried, you're concerned about something here. The Nine of Wands, you feel like you always have to be paranoid, and you feel like, you have to protect yourself. But the Moon represents your fears, but this also represents like, you don't really know everything. Bits and pieces of information are hidden from you. You don't know all the details, so don't be afraid. Don't be paranoid, whether you're single or married. The Moon is also a reference to your intuition and psychic abilities. So I feel like those who are looking for a romantic partner, again, using those abilities, who are you drawn to? I feel like they could be, leading you towards this special person. Those who do not have a romantic partner in their life yet, they're drawing you to someone that you feel that strong bond with. Like, again, feeling like you're, not just a couple, but you feel like you are one. Almost like, a twin flame energy is what I'm getting for you. But I feel like, something may happen where you may meet someone and they seem so good to be true. I mean, your wish is being granted right here, that your first reaction may be to run, or just kind of like, I don't really trust this person. The Moon does represent sometimes lying to yourself. It can mean that someone else is lying to you, but none of the cards in this reading like support that. None of them. I feel like here you could be lying to yourself. It could be those who are single, that you meet someone that is like your dream come true, your ideal partner, and you may feel like this is too good to be true. This person is pulling something on me, and you push them away. So that's exactly what you don't want to do. For those who are already in a relationship, the same thing. It could be that fears come up. Maybe there's something that you don't know about your partner if you go through, a small challenge in September. Maybe there's something going on in their life that you're not aware of, where, it affects the relationship. Again, this is just, information that is hidden from you, But here you just feel the need to just kind of put yourself on lockdown. Let me just protect myself. I don't want to be hurt. So I feel like whatever, if you're going through something with your with your partner, I feel like I get a strong message that it's not really about you. It's something about them, but you may kind of take this personally. You also have the Page of Cups. So this is, really positive for those who are single. I feel like this is the reading. All you single Pisces, like, you're blessed in September. This card represents a new love coming into your life. Or it could be an old love. This just means, that love is offered to you. This could also represent communication with a partner. You do have the Queen of Cups. So it could be, you are a water sign. It could be that there's another water sign. I mean, I see 2 court cards here, 2 water signs, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could even mean that it's someone younger than you. I just feel like love is being offered to you here. But again, look at what's down here. The 7 of Coins, which means that you're not quite ready to jump on board, even though love is being offered to you. And it could be that the person is, a water sign or someone who's very intuitive, loving, affectionate, sensitive, all the energies of a water sign. But still, you have your concerns here. That's exactly what I was saying with this energy over here. It's like you want to protect yourself because this person seems too good to be true. The 7 of Coins represents, kind of not really taking action and needing some time to think and weighing all the pros and cons. So I feel like those who are single, someone new comes into your life. They seem so good to be true that you're concerned about this. Now, for those who are in a relationship or married, I feel like this represents like a loving communication. There has to be more communication between you, loving communication. This card also just means that any challenges that you go through in the month of September, that you will work this out. This is just, your relationship being rekindled. And it could be, for those who are in a relationship, if this is not you, someone who's a water sign, that they're asking you to just be more sensitive. I was getting from this message over here, what I was getting is that there could be something going on with your partner, or maybe even with you, where whatever's going on, it has nothing to do with you as a couple. It's something, that you don't understand. Maybe your partner is going through something at work or within their family. I feel like this saying, being understanding and be very compassionate when it comes to your partner. And I feel like for you, this represents, planning towards the future instead of worrying about where, what your partner is not telling you or your fears. I feel like fears could come up for you with the moon being here. You should instead be focusing on where you want to be together as a couple in the future instead of worrying about all these things that are really not true is what I'm getting. I feel like here you're setting goals for the future, whether this represents having children, buying a new home, or, where do you see yourself as a couple in 5 years and 10 years? You're not kind of worried about small petty things, because I do see that in this reading. But like I said, this has been the most positive reading that I've done so far. Okay, so let's see some additional confirmation from this deck. What additional confirmation is there for the sign of Pisces? The 3 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Hierophant. At the bottom of the deck, you have Temperance. So Temperance is a card of self-restraint and kind of, a message to not do anything extreme. Don't do anything crazy. And, that was your first message here with the Knight of Coins. This is telling you that you're going to make progress in your relationships and your love life. But this is going to happen very, gradually. Not at the pace that you want it, even though you're kind of roaring to go. I feel like there could be a struggle. Like, you want to see things happen. You're ready for action. But the universe is kind of telling you, take it slow. That's the message of Temperance. It could also be, what I just said over here, that you have to be very compassionate with your partner, maybe even with yourself. Now, the first message up here is the 3 of Pentacles. This represents a lot of work being invested. Like, you're really invested in something. And this is a love reading. This means that you're putting in a lot of time and effort to towards a relationship, whether it's finding a relationship or making a relationship work. You're doing everything that you can. You're pulling out all the stops. And I feel like for those who are single, it pays off. You know, you find that, you know, that connection with someone, your wishes are granted. For those who are in a relationship, all the work that you're doing to stay together, to heal the problems, to understand your partner, again, this pays off for you. So again, this reading continues in a really kind of positive light. Then you have the King of Swords. So if this could represent your partner, an air sign, male or female. But this card is just kind of asking you to put on your thinking cap. Make sure that you are a water sign. I'm also a water sign, so I totally understand. They're asking you to not get too caught up in your emotions. Don't take things so personally. The King of Swords is a little bit detached when it comes to his emotions. He mostly uses logic and sees things like very clearly. This card also represents truth. So if something was hidden from you towards, you know, regarding your partner or your love life with the moon, this represents something hidden. The truth is revealed. Whatever it is that you need to know about your love life or your partner, you know. But this card is also a message to not get dramatic. Don't get overly emotional. Keep your cool and just kind of think logically. Now the final card is the Hierophant. So this card represents spirit. This could represent your angels, your guides. It just means that you have a lot of help. For those who are single, especially, you have a lot of help to help you find this dream come true here, this romantic partner. You know, and I feel like there could be more than one for those who are single. I mean, you have the Page of Cups over here and the Two of Cups and kind of confusion in the middle. I mean, I haven't been doing this for all the signs. This is the last one. I feel like there could be more than one partner. And I did say that for the first card, for the Knight of Cups. I feel like there's more than one partner and you're torn. And I feel like here Spirit helps you decide which is the best fit for you. Because the Hierophant is all about finding that kindred spirit. Not just a connection with someone, not just a date, but a kindred spirit. Someone that you feel at home with, you belong with. There's hope when it comes to finding that person. For those who are in a relationship, this could represent marriage. Those who've been dating or living together, it could be that you take it to the next step and you marry. You know, your partner proposes or you propose, but this also just represents, you know, working towards making that relationship feel so that you feel at home and your partner feels at home. Again, understanding each other, but also a lot of spiritual help to keep you together as a couple, to make things work. Okay, Pisces, this has been your love reading for September 2016. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.